Right. So what is the full stack? Full stack is the combination of two words. What are those? So front end development and back end development. Front end development plus back end development is called as full stack development. So here, if you can develop front end of the application as well as back end of the application, then it is called as full stack development. Earlier, 3 years back, 4 years back, companies used to recruit the people for only front end development, for only back end development. But nowadays, in the industry, changes have happened. Companies are looking for the people who can develop both front end as well as back end. That means you should be all rounder. You should be all rounder. You should be able to develop one complete application, end to end application. You should be able to develop. Then only you are called as full stack developer. Right. So here, what is the front end? Any idea? What is the front end of your website? Front end nothing but user interface. Front end nothing but user interface. User interface. Clients nothing but public. The people who are going to use a application, those are called as end users, or they are called as clients, or they are called as users. Clients are users. Clients are users will interact with the application, will interact with the application using front end or using user interface of the application. Clients or users will interact with the software application using front end only. Whatever you are seeing on the website, for example, if you go to our website, you are able to see logo, you are able to see a login button, you are able to see some menus, some images are scrolling, right? So some buttons are available, header part is available for our website, footer part is available for our website. Whatever is visible in our website, that is called front end of the website. For every web application, front end will be available. Using front end, users will communicate with our application. So what is the front end? Front end is nothing but user interface. Clients or users will interact with the software application using front end. Okay. Now, what is back end? What is the back end? You told that full stack means it is the combination of front end plus back end. We understood what is the front end. Front end means user interface. Whatever you can see on the website, that is called as a front end. Using that front end, we will communicate with the application. You will log in or you will register. You will perform some operations on the website by using front end only. Right. Then what is the back end? What is back end? No. Performing action. You will perform action on the front end only, right? You will click the button in the front end only. Data interaction. Okay. Somewhat correct. What is called backend? Online people, could you please respond? What is backend? Sorry, bridge between database and user interface. 100% correct. Backend is the bridge between, the mediator between database and front end. Here, backend nothing but the hidden part of our application. The hidden part of the application is called as backend. Now here, when you go to website, you are clicking on some course. For example, Java full stack. Our menu is available. When you keep your cursor on the menu, courses are displaying. When you click on particular course, that means you are performing some operation. When you click on that button or when you click on that menu, it is getting some data from the database and it is displaying in the front end. That means our course price, our course duration, our demo class, our course content, everything is available in the database. Now, whenever you click on particular course, for example, Spring Boot microservices, when you click on the course, some data is coming here, course price, course duration. Who is getting that data from the database? Am I getting that data? Who is getting that data? No, backend. Who is getting that data? Backend. So I am a client. I am using this website. I am a client. I am performing some operation. When I click on this button, something is happening in the background. Some code is executing in the background. That program is doing that operation. My program is communicating with the database. It is getting the data and it is displaying in the front end. So backend is nothing but the hidden part of our application. When user perform some operation, when user perform some operation on front end, then backend logic will execute to handle that operation. User may click on login button, user may click on logout button, user may click on forgot password button, user may select some radio button, some drop down. User can do anything. User can play with our website. When user is doing some operation on the website, backend is going to perform that actual operation. Now, here if you observe, if I click on login, I will enter some data and I will click on login. What it is saying? How it is identifying that the credentials are invalid? That means something is happening in the background. Can you see that with your eyes? What is happening in the background? Can I say that it is a hidden part? It is hidden part. Whatever you see, whatever the login page you see, what is the text box you see, what is the password you see, that is called front end. When you do some operation in the front end, then some logic is executing in the back end. So back end nothing but the business logic of the application. So we are learning Java. What we are going to do with the Java? We are going to develop back end of the application. That means whatever the code you write for your project, client cannot see that code. End users cannot see that code. Is the code is visible for you? What you are seeing? You are seeing only front end. So using front end, users will perform some operation. When user perform some operation on the front end, the back end is going to execute. The hidden part of the application which contains business logic. What will be available in the back end, guys? Business logic will be available. The actual code of the application will be available in the back end. When the backend code is going to execute, is it going to execute automatically? No. When the backend code is going to execute, when user perform some operation, then backend code is going to execute. So end users, now you all are end users for Ashok IT website. Can you see backend of the project? What you can see? Only front end of the project you can see. Now we are using Facebook. We are accessing the Facebook. What we are accessing in the Facebook? We are accessing only front end of the Facebook. So in the Facebook, when you perform some operation, Facebook backend is going to execute. Front end will be available, backend will be available. So the user interface is called as front end. End users will see front end only. End user is going to see front end only. When end user perform some operation, then backend is going to execute. The hidden part of our application is called as backend. All right. Full stack development. The combination of front end development and backend development is called as full stack development. The programmer who can develop front end and back end of application. The programmer who can develop front end and back end of application is called as full stack developer. Are you guys getting my point? The programmer who can develop front end and back end of the application is called as a full stack developer. Now, let us see what is the architecture of the full stack development. How a website will be developed, what will be the architecture of a website. Now, so we can say that the website is divided into two parts. We can say that website is divided into two parts. Any website you can take, two parts will be available for the website. One is the front end, another one is the back end, right? So let's consider this is front end of the application. Let's consider this is front end of the application. Now let's consider this is back end of the application. Front end will be available, back end will be available. So in this front end, user interface will be available. In this front end, user interface will be available. We can call that as UI. User interface nothing but it is called as UI. Now coming to the back end of the application, our application will be available here where we will have code, Java code or .NET code or Python code, PHP code, any code that is available in the backend. So application code will be available here. Application code will be available. That is business logic of our application. That is called as business logic of the application. In order to run business logic of the application, we need some server. Are you guys getting my point? Every website, if you want to provide in the internet, if you want to provide your application in the internet, if you want to provide public access for your application, that application should be deployed into one software. That software is called as server. What is a server? Come on. What is a server? Server is a software. Server is a software which is going to run our website. Server is a software which is going to run our website. Our application will be available inside the server. Similarly, for our application, we need one database also. For every application, database is required. For our application, we are going to take one database. It is called as DB. Database is required. The application which is running in the server is going to communicate with the database. Why our application should communicate with the database? Why our application should communicate with the database, guys? To store the data, any data that we want to use. Suppose for example, you are creating an account in the Facebook. Are you going to create account daily? Are you going to create the account daily in the Facebook? It is one time activity. Today you will create an account, lifelong you will use the same account to use the Facebook. How Facebook is remembering your account details? Is it storing somewhere or not? Facebook is storing your data somewhere. That somewhere is database. So today, if you create an account in the Facebook, you will provide your email ID, you will provide your password, your mobile number, your gender, your date of birth, you will profile photo, you will upload so many details in the Facebook. Facebook will remember all your data. Tomorrow, if you try to log in, it will verify your email ID, password correct or not. If email ID and password is correct, then only it will allow you to log in. Otherwise, it will say invalid credential. Same thing is happening in our website also. I am trying to enter my email ID and my password. Is it allowing me to log in? Is it allowing me to log in? No, it is not able to recognize who I am. My website is not able to recognize who I am. If I give correct credentials, then it will allow me to log in. Is it allowing me to log in? How it is able to allow me in the second attempt, not in the first attempt? Why I am not able to log in the first attempt? Why I am able to log in the second attempt? In the first attempt, I have given invalid password. In the second attempt, I have given valid password. How it is deciding my password is valid or not? When I create account in the website, my account data, it already stored in the database. So second time, when I try to log in, it is verifying my email ID and password is valid or not. So same thing for every project. Tomorrow when you join in the company, you will be part of one project development. For that project also, database will be available to store the data, retrieve the data. So our backend application is going to communicate with the database. Now, front-end application is going to communicate with the backend application. Are you guys clear? Now, when you perform some operation on the front end application is going to communicate with the backend. Backend business logic is available as well as database is also available in the backend. All right. So this is called as front end of the project. This is called as front end of the project. And this is called as back end of the project. Front end of the project and back end of the project. The people who are accessing our application, they are called as clients. They are the end users who are going to access our application. They are called as clients. Clients will access our application from a mobile, from a desktop, or from a laptop, or from a notebook. Different devices they can use in order to access our application. So this is a phone or mobile, I can say. A phone, it is laptop, or this is a desktop. So using mobile, people will communicate with our application. Using laptop, people can communicate with our application. Using desktop, people can communicate with our application. The people who are communicating with our application, they are called as user, or they are called as client. They are called as a client, or they are called as user, or they are called as customer. Customer is going to access front end of our application. When customer access the front end application is going to communicate with back end application. Front end is going to communicate with back end. Back end application is going to communicate with database. In the database, data will be available. Your data, your profile data, your email ID, your password, your gender, your images, your status, your messages, whatever you do in the website, all your data will be available in the database. All right. Now, as part of this course, by end of this course, you should be able to develop one website with the front end as well as with the back end. So your back end should be able to communicate with the database also. Your front end should look like this. User interface should be available for your front end. In the front end, user interface will be available. Buttons, images, menus will be available. When you perform some operation in the front end, now see, when you click on online training, it is communicating with the backend application. It is getting training schedule. What are the new batches are available? When the batches are starting? Who is the faculty? What is the start date? What is the time? What is the Zoom link? Everything it is getting from the database. We have stored this data in the database. Our application getting the data from the database and displaying the data in the front end. Front end, back end. The combination of front end and back end is called as full stack development. 4 years back, 3 years back, companies used to recruit the people separately for only front end development, only for back end development. But nowadays Nowadays, companies are looking for all-rounders. Companies are looking for all-rounder. Who is called as all-rounder? Full stack developer. Full stack developers are called as all-rounders. Now, sir, here, in order to develop this front end, what we have to learn? In order to develop the front end, what we have to learn? To develop front end of the application, there are so many technologies are available in the market. There are so many technologies are available in the market in order to develop front end of the application. The basic thing, the very first thing and foremost thing that everybody should know to develop the front end is HTML and CSS. HTML and CSS is required to develop front end of the website. Whatever the web page you are seeing, that web page is developed by using HTML. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language, which is used to develop web pages. Which is used to develop web pages. When I develop a web page, I want to write some button. See here, for few buttons, blue color is available. For few buttons, red color is available. When you mouse over on the button, color is changing. When you mouse over, color is changing or not? Can you see the button colors are changing? How the button colors are changing? That is called styles. We are using styles in the website. To make our website more beautiful, simply makeup. What people will do? Makeup. Why makeup? Sundar. To look beautiful, we are going to apply. What is that? I forgot. Fair and lovely. Huh? Fair and handsome, something is there, right? Powder, Pond's powder, something like that. Right. We are going to apply that makeup. For our website also, we are going to apply some makeup by using CSS. HTML is used to develop the web pages. To make our web pages more beautiful, we are going to use CSS. CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets. CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets. Now, here we are going to learn one more thing called JavaScript. We are going to learn JavaScript. Next, why this is JavaScript? Observe here, when you go for mock interviews, now you see currently anything displaying in the fee. Can you see any value in the fee? Any value displaying? No. Now I will select experience 0 to 3 years. When I select the experience, value added. Can you see here? Currently, if I don't select anything, what is the fee? Nothing is displaying. When I select a drop down, when I select experience, fees is changing or fees is not changing? Can I say that my website is having some dynamic behavior? My website is a static website or my website is a dynamic website? Dynamic website. What is the meaning of dynamic? Changing the data. Changing the data from person to person. Changing the data from person to person is called as dynamic behavior. If you use just HTML and CSS, you can develop only static website. What is the meaning of static website? Guys, you have to respond. Everybody should respond. Please involve in the session. What is the meaning of static website? Online people also. What is the meaning of static website? Static website means the website which will give same response for every user. Same response for every user. Any website which is giving same response for every user is called as static website. What is a dynamic website? The website which is changing its behavior from person to person, from request to request. Now, if I go to this page, experience, if I select 6 years to 10 years, price is changing to 2,999. When I change that to 10 plus years, it is changing to 3999. How that behavior is changing? By using JavaScript. What I am using in the front end, guys? I am using JavaScript. To develop static websites, HTML, CSS sufficient. If you want to develop a website with a dynamic behavior, JavaScript is required. Are you guys getting my point? JavaScript is required. Next one. Okay. Do you think that everybody will access our website from the laptop only? Do you think that everybody will accept our website in the laptop only? Some people will access our website from the mobile. Some people will access from notebook. Some people will access from desktop. Different devices are available to access our website. Now, my laptop is having 11 inches. So the website is adjusted as per my laptop screen size. If I open same website in the mobile, will I have 11 inches screen mobile? No. Then how my website will display if I open that in the mobile? It should adjust according to mobile size or not? My website should be adjusted according to mobile size. Let me show you. Now, let me go to inspect. I'm going to inspect. Okay. Here, if I click on this, now my website behavior changed. My website behavior is changed or not? My website behavior is changed as per mobile's display. If I remove this, my website is displaying as per laptop. If I select a mobile, my website is changing as per mobile. Can you guys access that in the mobile ones? Can you see the behavior? Open Google, type Ashok IT, click on our website and see the behavior. All of you, online people also, go to Google, type Ashok IT and see the display of the website. See the display of the website. It is coming straight. So there is a difference in the behavior when you open that website in the laptop and when you open a website in the mobile. The look and feel of the website is changing. The look and feel of the website is changing. So that means my website is devices compatible. Is it compatible with all the devices or not? Now, simple. My website is compatible with all the devices. When you open the website in the laptop, the display is like this. Same website, same URL. If you access in the mobile, the display is adjusted as per your mobile size. So that is mobile compatibility. Our website is having mobile compatibility. Online people, are you able to see that? Our website is having mobile compatibility. How we achieved that mobile compatibility? That's where we are using Bootstrap. That's where we are using Bootstrap. Right. So in the front end, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap mandatory. If you develop front end for any website, these four things are common: HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and Bootstrap. Along with these things, we are going to use Angular or React. So both are not required. You can develop application front end using Angular, or you can develop using React. You may get a doubt, sir, already these four technologies available. Why we need to go for Angular? Why we need to go for React? That is the doubt you are going to get. Yes or no? Now here, the main reason for developing website front end by using Angular and React is, without using Angular and React, if you write 100 lines in the front end, by using Angular and React, within 10 lines you can complete. So some logic already they are providing. Ready-made templates are available. Ready-made code is available in the Angular and React in order to develop our application front end easily. Easily, quickly, rapid development. You can do rapid development for your application front end. You can achieve rapid development for your application front end using Angular or React. Nowadays in the market, projects are using either Angular or React to develop front end of the application. Can we develop entire project by using Angular and React? Can I develop an entire website by using Angular and React? Angular and React will help you to develop only which part of the website? Only front end part. If you learn Angular or React, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap, you can develop only front end of the application. You can develop only front end of the application. Next. So these are the technologies that you should know to develop front end of the website. Okay, guys. This Angular and React. Angular is a framework. React is library. This Angular, React are developed based on JavaScript. They are advanced to the JavaScript. They are using JavaScript internally and they are providing some ready-made code for you to develop front end of the website easily. To develop website front end easily, we can go for Angular or React. Fine. Let's come to backend. Backend servers are available, right? Now, in order to develop backend, there are some programming languages available. In order to develop backend of a website, there are some programming languages available. The first one, that is Java. So to develop backend of a website, we can use Java language. So if you learn the Java, what you are going to develop? Backend. If you learn the Angular, front end. If you learn Angular and Java, full stack. Are you getting my point? So now, so if you learn Java, then you are going to develop backend of the application. If you learn Java, you are going to develop backend of the application. Java is one programming language to develop applications. We'll come to what is Java, who provided Java, how to set up the Java, how to develop the Java program, that we are going to understand slowly. Now, along with Java, there are some other languages also available to develop backend of a project. Java is one programming language. By using Java, we can develop backend. By using .NET also, you can develop backend. By using Python also, you can develop backend. By using PHP also, you can develop backend. By using Node.js also, you can develop backend. So there are so many options are available to develop a website. To develop a front end, some technologies are available. To develop a back end, some technologies are available. Java, .NET, Python, PHP, Node.js, like that. There are several technologies are available. By using those technologies, we can develop back end of the website. Okay, fine. Coming to databases. What are the databases available? Which database I need to use to store the data? Oracle is one of the database. MySQL is one of the database. MS SQL, Microsoft SQL SQL Server is available. SQL Server is available, not PLSQL. PLSQL is not a database, right? Oracle is a database. MySQL is a database. SQL Server is a database. Postgres Postgres, one of the database available. MongoDB is one database. Cassandra is one database, etc. Like that, there are so many databases are available in the market. There are so many databases available in the market. Next one, servers. In order to run our application, we need one server. Server is required or not? Server is required. What are the servers available in the market? No, AWS is not a server, right? Tomcat is a server. What is a server, guys? Server is a software. What is the purpose of the server? Server is used to run our application. Server is used to run our application. Tomcat is one server. Wildfly, JBoss, WebLogic, WebSphere, IIS, Glassfish. Like that, there are so many servers are available in the market. Tomcat, JBoss, WebLogic, WebSphere, IIS. If you go for .NET application, we need to use a server called IIS. IIS is the server which is given by Microsoft. So if you are developing a .NET application should be deployed inside a server called IIS. The remaining above servers are used to run Java applications. If you are developing a Java application we can run by using Tomcat, by using, sir, you no need to remember anything here. Just I am telling the names of that. So to learn all these things, we are going to spend 6 months of time. Just I am giving you movie trailer. Don't worry about that. Sir, I am not understanding what is Tomcat. I am not understanding what is JBoss. You cannot. That is not the intention of the today's session. Today's session, just take a photo. Okay. Within 6 months, I am going to develop all these things. In order to develop all these things, these are the technologies are available. You are going to learn all these technologies in the next 6 months of time. Are you guys clear? Right. So what is the front end? The user interface of the application is called as front end. So end users will communicate with our application by using front end. What are the technologies are available to develop front end of the application? HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap, Angular, React. By using HTML, CSS, we can develop only static website. How can I develop a dynamic website? How can I add dynamic behavior for my website? By using JavaScript. What is the purpose of Bootstrap? Mobile compatibility. My website should adjust as per the device. Clients may use different kinds of devices. My website should be adjusted as per the device using by the client. For that, we are going to use Bootstrap. Mobile compatibility. Next one, Angular is available and React is available. Either Angular or React, we are going to use to develop front end easily. To develop the front end easily, we are going to use Angular or React. Next one, what is backend? What is the backend? The hidden part of the web application is called as backend, where business logic will be available. When user perform some operation in the front end, that front end will communicate with the backend of the application. So backend contains programs. Our programs, Java programs, Python programs, .NET programs will be available in the backend. Are you guys getting my point? Right. So what are the technologies are available to develop backend of our website? Java, .NET, Python, PHP, Node.js. Like that, there are several technologies are available to develop backend of our application. Right. Next one. For every website in the backend, one database will be available. Not one. Nowadays, companies are using multiple databases also for one project. I am working for a banking project. My bank, I'm working for a banking company that is a product-based company, US Bank. Whatever the databases I have noted down, all the databases are available in my project. My project is a very big project. 150 projects are available in my bank. Net banking will be available, mobile banking will be available, educational loans will be there, personal loans will be available, gold loans will be available, yeah, insurances will be available, medical policies will be available. For different requirement, different projects are available in my bank. 150 projects are available in my bank. My bank is a product-based company. We are not going to develop the project for any client. We are developing the projects for our bank only. In our bank, 150 projects are available. So for these 150, all the 150 projects are belongs to one bank only. That is one company only. In my company, all the databases are available. Our projects are using different databases, depends upon the requirement. Are you guys clear? Front end, back end, and database. Can I call database as a persistent store? What is the database? Storage. What is the database? Database is a storage where we are going to store the data for long time, for long period. You have created Facebook account. How many years back? From how many years you are using Facebook? 5 years, 10 years, maybe, right? From 10 years, your username password is same or not? Maybe password you might have updated. Your email ID is same. From 10 years, Facebook is maintaining your data. From 10 years, Facebook is maintaining your data. How Facebook is remembering your data from last 10 years? Because they are using database in order to store your data. For every website, database will be available. That's fine. Next one, in order to run our website, we need some server. In order to run the website, we need some server. What are the servers available? Tomcat is available, JBoss is available, WebLogic is available, WebSphere is available, Glassfish is available, IIS is available. When we should go for IIS server? Only for .NET, Microsoft product. .NET developed by Microsoft. If you are working as a .NET developer, your .NET project should run in the IIS server. If you go for Java, Java is a open source. Java is a open source. Java is free. Anybody can use. So you will have multiple options when you go for Java. When you go for .NET, options are more or options are less? Less options, because it is a restricted product by the Microsoft. But Java is free. Java is open source. So multiple options will be available when you go for Java. So similarly, whenever you develop a application by using Java, you can use any server. Tomcat, JBoss, WebLogic, and WebSphere, like that Glassfish, Wildfly. There are and another server, Jetty, Netty, like that. There are so many servers are available to run our Java applications. Perfect. Along with this, front-end development, back-end development, we need to know some tools also. We need to know some tools also. Now, simple example, if I want to conduct offline classes, only classroom and board sufficient? Only classroom and board sufficient? Why? You are student, I'm a teacher, classroom is there, board is there. Is it sufficient to conduct offline classes? Along with the classroom and board, some additional tools also required. What are the tools? Projector is required. Projector is required. Yes or no? Mic is required. Speaker is required. Laptop is required. Some fan, some light, chairs, tables. Lot of tools are required. Then only we can conduct the classes. Similarly, if you know only these things, can we develop one website? No. Along with these technologies, we need some tools also. In the real time, in the IT company, people will develop the project front end, back end. Along with these things, we are going to use some tools also. Sir, Java is there. We can develop the front end. HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap. We can develop the front end. Server is available. Database is also available. Why we need tools? Yes or no? You have that question? Right. Tools are going to help us to do the work in the better way, to do the more work in the less time, to automate our work. We are going to use some tools in the project. What are the tools we are going to use? Let me list down some of the tools that we are going to use in the real time. You should also know those tools. The first tool is GitHub. What is that? GitHub. Why GitHub? GitHub is the tool that is used to integrate the code. Assume that we all are belongs to one team. You are a developer. I am also a developer. You are writing some Java program. I am writing some Java program. You are writing a program in your laptop. I am writing the program in my laptop. Your program and my program should be integrated. All the developers code we have to store in one common place. That's where GitHub is going to comes into picture. GitHub. GitHub is called as code repository. What is GitHub? Code repository. What is the meaning of code repository? Storing all the developers code at one place. So in the project, multiple developers will be available. Every day, developers will write the code. All the code done by all the developers should be integrated at one place. That is called as GitHub. So we should know how to integrate the code in the GitHub. And the next one, there will be one more tool called Sonar. What is the tool, guys? Sonar. Sonar Cube is a software which is going to identify programmer mistakes. Whenever you are doing a code, are we going to do some mistakes also? Yes, everybody will do that. As a human being, doing the mistake is common. While we are doing the Java programs, we may do some mistakes. We may do some mistakes in the code. Whatever the mistakes we have done in the code, our mistakes will be identified by Sonar Cube. Sonar Cube is going to perform our code review. Our code quality checking will done by Sonar Cube. Sonar Cube is a code quality checking software. Next one, we are going to use one tool called JUnit. There is a tool called JUnit. What is the JUnit? JUnit is a testing tool. Whatever the code we have written, is our code working as expected or not? So we are going to write the program. Is that program working as expected or not? Is the program is giving expected output or not? We are going to test it by using JUnit. And there will be one more tool called JMeter. There is a tool called JMeter. JMeter is a tool which is used to check performance of the application. That means if 100 people access our application at a time, how it is responding. If 1000 people access our application at a time, how it is respond? Simple example, man. If I keep 20 kgs weight on you, can you carry that? 20 kgs? Yes or no? You can carry. So now, if I give you 20 kgs weight, how much time it will take you to go to ground floor? 5 minutes? Yeah. If I give you 50 kg weight, can you reach ground floor within 5 minutes with 50 kg weight? No. If I give 100 kg weight, if I give 200 kg weight, am I going to test that or not? How much capacity you are having? How much weight you can carry from the third floor to ground floor? So that I am going to check. Similarly, if 1000 people access ashokit.in at a time, how much time my website will take to respond? If 1 lakh people access my website at a time, how much time it is going to take to respond? All right. If 1 million people access my website at a time, how much time it will take to respond? Do I need to measure that? Simple, man. When you go for a showroom to purchase a bike, are you going to ask कितना mileage देता है, कितना weight carry करता है? Are you going to ask that or not? So similarly, if you go for a car showroom, when you want to purchase a car, you will ask that dealer, what is the mileage of the car? What is the mileage of the car? That means per liter, how many kilometers this car will go? Per liter petrol or diesel, how many kilometers this car can go? If you go for a bike or car or anything, any automobile, you are going to check the mileage of that vehicle. Similarly, when we develop a website, our client will ask, by how many people can access my website at a time? How many people can access my website at a time? If 1000 people access my website, how much time it will take to respond? How much? What is the average response time of the website? Client is going to ask the question or not? Do we need to give the answer, or can we say, I don't know, you check it? Can we tell to client like that? I don't know, you check it? No. We need to tell to the client, boss, if 100 people access, average response time 1 second. If 1000 people access, average response time 2 seconds. If 1 lakh people access at a time, average response time 3 seconds. So the statistics of the application we need to provide to the client. How can we get statistics of our application? We have to test it. How to test it? What is the software available? JMeter. Do you think that there are jobs in the IT only on the JMeter? Jobs are there. Those jobs are called as performance testing jobs. Have you seen performance tester, load tester? Right? What those people will do? They will check stability of the application, how the application is running, how many users can access this application at a time, what is the capacity of the application. So that is one of the software that is called JMeter. JMeter is a software which is used to test performance of the application. Good. Next one, there is one more software which is very important, that is called Jenkins. What is that software, guys? Jenkins. Sir, what is Jenkins? Jenkins is a deployment software. Jenkins is a deployment software. You have written the code, I have written the code. All our code will be available in the GitHub. Now, the code which is available in the GitHub, that code should kept in the server. Are you guys getting my point? You will keep your code in the GitHub. I will keep my code in the GitHub. Somebody should take the code from the GitHub, should keep the code in the server. That is called Jenkins. What is the purpose of the Jenkins? Jenkins is used to deploy our code. Are you guys able to understand my point? What is the purpose of GitHub? GitHub is a place where we are going to store all the developers code. GitHub is a code repository. GitHub is a code repository. Then what is the SonarQube? Code pro, so, SonarQube is going to identify mistakes of the programmer. What are the mistakes the programmers are doing? So there is a chance of doing some mistake, or else, for example, you are working from Hyderabad, I am working from Bangalore, you are writing some code, I am also writing the same code. I don't know that you are writing that, you don't know that I am writing that. We are writing the same code. Can I call it as a duplicate code? Is there any chance of writing the duplicate code? So such a kind of mistakes will be identified by SonarQube. SonarQube is a software which is going to identify our mistakes in the code. Okay. And the next one is the JUnit. What is JUnit? Testing. Our code is working as expected or not. We are going to test by using JUnit. Next one, JMeter. JMeter purpose? How our website is working. What is the performance of the website? We are going to check by using JMeter. Then what is Jenkins? Jenkins is going to deploy our project in the server. What is a server? What is a server? Server is a application which is going, server is a software which is going to run our application. Every web application should deploy inside a server. Then only people can access our application. So now to become a full stack developer, you have some options here. There are some free servers available. There are some commercial servers also available. Here, WebLogic, WebSphere are paid servers. WebLogic is from the Oracle company. WebSphere from the IBM company. Those are the paid servers. Tomcat, JBoss are the free servers. Got it? So servers, some servers are free of cost. Some servers are commercial. Right. Now, whatever the tools I have given, these are free. GitHub you can use for free of cost. SonarQube is you can use for free of cost. JUnit is free. JMeter is free. Jenkins is free. So these all are the free. Now, guys, from here, we are going to skip. Here in our course, are we going to learn all these things? Are we going to learn all these things? We are going to skip .NET, Python, PHP, Node.js. We don't need to know .NET, Python, PHP, Node.js. We are going to learn Java. Why we are going to learn the Java? Why we are going to learn the Java? What we can do by using Java? Why Java? Why we are going to learn Java? Java is used to develop backend of the application. All right. So here for developing front end of the application, there are some technologies available. By using all these technologies, we are going to develop front end. So to develop the back end of application, some technologies available. From all these technologies, we are going to choose Java to develop backend. In the databases, I'm going to cover Oracle, MySQL, PostgreSQL, and MongoDB also. We are going to experiment with multiple databases. How to work with Oracle database, how to work with MySQL database, how to work with MongoDB. Also, we are going to understand. I am not going to cover Cassandra. I'm not going to cover Cassandra. The remaining all databases I'm going to cover. I will show you how to communicate with all the databases by using our Java application. How to communicate with all the databases by using our Java application. Good. Next one. Whatever the tools, how many tools I have mentioned? 5 tools. But actually, how many tools we are going to learn? How many tools we are going to learn? 20 plus tools we are going to learn. So you can find out all the tools in our course content document. In our website, you can download course content. When you open the course content, you can see what we are going to learn. Java, backend development. First, we are going to learn core Java. After core Java, we are going to learn advanced Java. After that, web development, that is module 2, HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, and JavaScript also will be available. So module 1, module 2, backend development and front-end development. After that front-end development and backend development completed, actual picture will start. That is the module 3. Frameworks are going to start. In the frameworks, Spring Boot and microservices we are going to learn. The most demanded skill in the market. That is a hot cake in the market. Spring Boot microservices. So Spring Boot microservices, along with that we are going to learn project also. In the project I have given all the tools that we are going to learn. Maven, Gradle, debugging, Lombok, Git, Bitbucket, Log4j, SLF4j, Putty, WinSCP, Splunk, JUnit, Mocking, Jacoco, SonarCube, Jira, Jenkins, Docker, Kubernetes, JMeter, Kafka, Redis, Postman, Swagger. So many things will be available. Okay, I am not telling you all these things because still we are in the trailer. Can I show the climax? No. So that is the reason I have not given all the tools. I have just listed down just 5 tools. Let me add one more tool that is called Jira. Jira is very important, guys. The Jira tool is called as project management tool. Tomorrow when you join in the company, daily you will get the task through Jira only. Okay, daily you are going to get the task through Jira software. So in the suppose for example, if I am the project lead or a technical lead or scrum master, currently it is called a scrum master in the agile methodology. Now you all are my team members. This person has to work on login functionality. This person has to work on registration functionality. She has to work on forget password functionality. How I will assign the work? Can I call, hey Idra, please do the login development. Hey, come here, do the registration development. Can I tell like that orally? Can I assign the task to them orally? Why no? Why not? Waste of time. And that too, if I tell orally, he may forget that. Yes or no? So we need to track each and everything. Who is working on what? Who is working on which requirement? Who is working on which task? Everything we are going to track in the project by using a software called Jira. Jira is called as a project management software. Every day when you log in into your office laptop, when you go to your office, the first thing that you need to do is open Jira, check it, what is the task assigned to you. हर दिन हम क्या करना पड़ेगा? Jira, we need to check what is the task assigned for us today. In some projects, task will be assigned on daily basis. Every day morning, one meeting will happen. That is called stand-up meeting or scrum meeting will happen. In that meeting, we are going to discuss what Raju has to do, what Rani has to do, what Ashok has to do, what Suresh has to do. Everything we are going to discuss in the meeting. Going forward, we are going to conduct such a kind of scrum meetings also. Once we enter into the project development, I will divide you people into multiple teams and I will conduct scrum meeting, stand-up call. I will assign the task to you in the Jira, everything practically 100% real-time environment I am going to show you as part of full stack development. Are you guys clear with my point? Yes, tell me, what is the purpose of Jira? What online people, what is the purpose of Jira? Jira is a project management software. How we are going to get the task in the project? Through Jira. Your team lead or your manager or your scrum master is going to assign task to you in the Jira software only. Are you guys clear with my point? How your manager will understand what you are working today? How your manager will track what this person is doing from last 1 week? If I go to Jira, I can check everything. What you have done in the last week, what you have done yesterday, what you have done in the last month, everything from starting to ending. Date wise, I can track who has done what work in the project by using Jira. Jira is called as project management software. Good. Next one. What is GitHub? What is GitHub? GitHub is used to store all the developers code. Project, now you have seen, project will have a front end, project will have a back end. Only one person is going to develop both front end, back end, complete everything. Is one person is going to develop front end and back end of the application? One person or multiple people will be available? Multiple people will be available. All the developers code we are going to integrate at one place, that is called GitHub. GitHub, Sonar, JUnit, JMeter, Jenkins, and Jira. So like that, there are 20 tools available that are in our course. But actually, are you going to work with 20 tools in the real time? Never, never. We are not going to use all the 20 tools in the single project. We will not use that. We are not going to use that. Maximum 7 to 10. 7 to 10 or 8 to 10 tools will be available in one project. 20 tools will not be available in single project. Are you guys clear with this? Good. Look at this diagram. Who is the client? End user. End user means what? The people who are going to access our application is called as client. Client can access our application from any device. He can access our application from a laptop. He can access our application from a mobile also. Our application should be compatible with all the devices. Are you guys clear? Perfect. So application will contain front end and back end. To develop the front end, there are some technologies available. To develop the back end, there are some technologies available. So front end is nothing but user interface. End users are going to communicate with our application using front end. When end user perform some operation in the front end, our front end is going to communicate with the back end. In the back end, server will be available. Server is a software which is used to run our application. Our application is going to communicate with the database. Database is used to store the data. What are the databases available in the market? What are the databases available in the market? Oracle, MySQL, SQL Server, PostgreSQL, MongoDB, Cassandra. Like that, there are so many databases available in the market. Good. All of you take the screenshot. SonarQube will check the programmer mistake. JMeter will check the stability of the application. JUnit is used to test the code output. What is expected output? What is actual output? Time complexity, it will check. Yes. I mean, not exactly time complexity. SonarQube is going to check code quality, any bugs available in the code, duplicate code available in the project, any security issues are available in the code, that it is going to check. Time complexity, space complexity, SonarQube will not check. Time complexity, nothing but it is going to calculate how much time your application is going to take to execute in terms of notations. Right. That will not identified by SonarQube. What is the Jenkins? Jenkins is a software which is used to deploy our application. Right. People from online, are you able to understand? I will give the link, guys, where you can download our course content. From our website, you can download the course content. Already downloaded, excellent. So with this, we understood what is full stack and what are the technologies are available in the market to develop applications. What are the technologies available to develop front end of the application, and what are the technologies available to develop back end of the application, and what are the tools available, what are the servers are available to run our application. Guys, now as a full stack developer, along with all these things, we need to know one more technology that is called cloud computing. We need to know one more concept that is called cloud, like AWS. DevOps is not a cloud. AWS, Azure, GCP, like that. There are some cloud platforms available. I am going to cover AWS also as part of the course. Have you seen the course content? No. In the course content, if you observe, in the Java real-time project, if you see, there is a concept. Have you seen that? AWS is available. So I'm going to cover AWS also as part of our project training. And can you see Angular? In the real-time project, have you seen the Angular? Yes or no? If you learn only Angular, the price is 7,000. If you learn only AWS, the price is 10,000. 10,000 plus 7,000, 17,000. You are getting for free of cost. As part of our Java full stack, Angular is available. AWS is also available. Some people asked me, sir, other institute is taking 12,000 for Java full stack, 15,000 for Java full stack. Why Ashok IT taking 25,000 for the Java full stack? Are they going to cover all these things? If you want to learn AWS, separate 5,000 or 10,000 they will charge. If you want to learn the Angular, separately you have to pay 5,000 or 7,000. And nobody will cover 20 plus tools in the project. Nobody will cover Spring Boot in the Java full stack. First of all, you can inquire in the market. Are people covering Spring Boot microservices in the real-time in the Java full stack? No, they will cover. They will say that DevOps. They will teach you 5 days DevOps. DevOps completed. They will teach you AWS for 1 week. AWS completed. They will teach you testing for 1 week. Testing completed. Java 2 months. Java full stack completed. But this is not. That is not the pattern we are going to follow. Java full stack means 100% Java full stack development. You should be able to develop one complete project on your own till deployment. Front-end development, back-end development, database creation, project deployment, real-time tools, cloud platform, debugging, everything. You are going to become 4 years experienced Java developer once you complete Java full stack development with me. That is for sure. If you are not satisfied with the course, at any point of time, you can come back. I will return your fees. All the fees, whatever you have paid, I will give you that fees wapas. if you are not satisfied with the content that I am going to provide. At the end of the course also, you can come back. Ashok, my time wasted, my money wasted, please refund my fees. I am okay for that. Heartfully, if you say that I have not understand anything, then I am ready to give the fees wapas also. Because that much confidence is there on my subject. And that is already proven in the market. That is, this is not the first time I am teaching Java. I am teaching Java from 6 years. Most of the people who are sitting in the classroom and the people who are attending in the Zoom are from references only. 90 to 95% of the people are coming to Ashok IT Java full stack from your friends or your colleagues or your brothers, sister, references only. Java full stack, Java means Ashok IT means job guarantee, right? Good. Any doubts, anybody? What about pursuing students? Which year? 4-1, no problem. You can do module 1 and module 2. So, sorry, huh? Including tools also. You can learn module 1 and module 2. Along with that module 1 and module 2, you need to join other course that is called data structures and algorithms. Because in the campus interviews, mostly they are going to concentrate on hacker rank problems, lead code problems, code chef problems will be available. Competitive exams will be available for you people. For that, you need to attend data structures and algorithms. Okay. So that is a separate course. I have not included that, but the basic programming, what are the logical programmings that are required for you, that I am going to cover as part of core Java. You can do module 1, module 2 and do tools. Module 3 is optional for you. If you want to, you can attend that. If you attend module 3, you will get industry exposure, how the projects are developing in the real time, in the IT company, how people will work, how experienced people will write the code in the project, that you are going to get as part of module 3. If you are doing your BTech, module 3 is your interest. If you want, you can do that. Okay. The people who completed their BTech or degree graduation in the 2020, 21, 22 or any year, module 3 is mandatory. Without module 3, you cannot get the job as a Java developer. Got it? Fine. Any other questions? Anybody? Huh? Yes, I'm prepared. I'm working on that. It will be ready by this Sunday. I will give you. Any other questions, anyone? Sorry? Start. कुछ मूवी देखा क्या आज आप? Is it a demo? Is it demo? Yesterday demo completed. From today it is a regular session. Today is not a movie. It is a class only. It is a regular class only. Okay? Fine. You guys can attend classes till this Saturday for free of cost. From Monday, you can do the admission. If you like, you can do the admission. There is no force. If you are really interested, if you have that, as I told you yesterday, if you have that commitment, you have to come for the lab every day. 9 to 6 lab will be available. Lab coordinator will be available. 6 to 7:30 class will be available. You will get the recorded video. You will get the class notes, doubt session, resume preparation, placement assistance, weekly exams, mock interviews, everything will be there. So if you are really interested, you can attend the classes. Don't think that I am taking the demo classes. Demos are not there. Regular classes are happening. You can attend the regular classes till this Sunday for free of cost. If you are interested to continue in this full stack development, you can complete your enrollment process by Monday. Okay, guys? Good. Fine. Thank you. With this, I'm stopping for today. We'll see in the tomorrow session. Tomorrow, same time at 6 o'clock, class will start. Bye-bye. Yeah. Online people, any questions, anybody, please raise your hand. Online people can attend the session tomorrow also with the same Zoom link, 6 p.m. Thank you. People who are watching from YouTube, please like this video and subscribe to our channel.